Hey there, pirates! Welcome aboard the Anime channel. Today, we will finally talk about the power of Joy Boy, which was finally revealed in the One Piece manga. A power that truly shows that Haki can surpass the powers of any devil fruit, including those used by the Five Elders. Before I reveal all this to you, I count on your support to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. I also hope I can help you achieve your dream of learning to draw your favorite anime and manga characters, doing whatever you want in the way you imagined, something that becomes easy when you have access to the incredible course, Anime Express, by teacher Noah Williams, which costs less than $1 a day. So check the link in the description to learn in just a few weeks. Now, let's get to the video. Hey everyone, One Piece Chapter 11. 22 recently leaked, bringing several revelations and important moments for the plot. In today's video, I present the main topics from the leak, followed by a detailed analysis of each. Special cover featuring Smoker. First, we have a special illustration by Oda, depicting Smoker in honor of the author of My Hero Academia, which concludes this week. Emet versus the Five Elders. Emet faces the Elders, and at one point uses a giant Haki attack. This power did not belong to him, but was sealed in the robot's body by Joy Boy. Retreat of the Gorosei. The Elders are requested to retreat and are sent back to Mary Jawas. While the others return, Saturn seems to remain in Egghead, still in human form. The Straw Hat crew leaves Egghead. We all expected these moments, but the Straw Hats will finally continue their journey. However, we do not yet know if they will go straight to Egghead or stop at another island first. The silhouette of Joy Boy. We see more details of Joy Boy's silhouette, still shrouded in shadows, but this time, more details about him are revealed. Now let's talk more in detail about the events of this chapter, especially those involving Joy Boy. At this point, I will refrain from commenting on the cover events of this chapter, as it features a tribute to the My Hero Academia manga, which has become very impactful and important in recent years. We don't have information on how Oda plans to execute this tribute, but I imagine it might be Smoker dressed as a hero, or something similar. For now, let's dive into the chapter events. One of the highlights of the chapter is the confrontation between Emet and the Gorosei. Emet, the ancient giant robot and partner of Joy Boy in the past, uses a Haki attack of gigantic proportions. However, this attack did not belong to the robot, but was a power sealed centuries ago by Joy Boy in the robot's body. This detail reveals something very significant, albeit subtly. It simply suggests that Joy Boy anticipated and prepared measures against the future descendants of the 20 founding kings of the world government. Not only that, but he also prepared for the end of his own life. Sealing this power indicates he knew a confrontation would happen in the future, and that Emet would fight alongside his future successor, demonstrating Joy Boy's foresight and power. The apparent defeat and temporary withdrawal of the Elders and their return to Mary Jawas indicate that we will now see political and strategic consequences, possibly even leading to an increase in bounties for the Straw Hat Pirates. Speaking of them, we also saw that the Straw Hats will finally manage to leave Egghead, marking the end of another arc, Egghead, and bringing us closer to the final battle. Moreover, being a place of technological and historical discoveries, Egghead contributed greatly to the development of the characters. We expect some evolutions from this, such as improvements to the Thousand Sunny. Additionally, Frankie and Usopp may also experience technological advancements in their equipment, further enhancing their powers, getting even closer to the revelation of the first pirate in history. We again see Joy Boy's silhouette, still shrouded in shadows, but with more visible details. This really increases the mystery and anticipation around this character. At the same time, it indicates that the day of the revelation of Joy Boy's true identity is approaching. Every revelation about Joy Boy contributes to building his myth, but it also hints at his connection with Luffy and the world's history. After all, Joy Boy could not have known how the present day, or rather, the future, would be. Even so, he anticipated that the battle he participated in or initiated about 900 years ago would continue no matter how long it took, and that his power would be necessary to end this confrontation. But we can imagine that, as we see throughout Luffy's story, the ancestors of the world nobles were villains just like their successors, even when ruling separate kingdoms. About 900 years ago, before the great battle that ended the Void Century, the Don Quixote family oppressed the dwarves of the Tontada kingdom, forcing them to work for them. After the Void Century, King Riku made peace with the dwarves, providing them with resources and protection, and allowing them to take whatever they needed from Dressrosa. However, this happened years after the Void Century, and even the Tontada have no memories of what happened during that century, although they have records of what happened before it. This was not the only case. Kozuki Toki was born during the Void Century and was an enigmatic figure. Although her origin gives her a direct connection to that era, she seemed to have no knowledge of the past history. She did not know what had happened, but we can imagine she began jumping through time precisely because of the long-lasting confrontation. Moreover, she lived in Wano, the place where the poneglyphs were created by Joy Boy. And since we're talking about this, Joy Boy's preparation, not just with his powers in Emeth, but also in the creation of the poneglyphs to keep the world's history alive, indicates that he was aware of a power capable of erasing all history. After all, in the future, only very few people have any knowledge of the relationship with the Void Century, and the will of D. Goldie Roger and his crew followed the poneglyphs to the end, discovering the lost history. This journey led them to gain profound knowledge about the Void Century. Erasing history seemed impossible, but we saw that the Tontata forgot what happened. When Nico Robin questioned Silver's Rayleigh about what happened during the events of the Void Century and what the Will of D truly was, he supposedly offered her the chance to know the truth. However, it was evident that Rayleigh was also reluctant. He didn't want to reveal the truth, and even warned her that, in her current state, she couldn't do anything with that information. He believed that both Roger's crew and the scholars of Ohara had been too hasty. Rayleigh encouraged Robin to seek the truth for herself, suggesting that she might reach different conclusions from them, and possibly his words were also linked to Luffy's awakening. And the most important fact about him not wanting to reveal the truth to Nico Robin is that Whitebeard also knew the truth behind the Void Century and the Will of D, and he only had this information because he received it from Roger before his death. With this information, we can see that the ancient weapons, while Vegapunk said they should still be active and would bring chaos to the world again, are not the only reason history was erased. As you know, the ancient weapons are used by the world government to prohibit research on the Void Century, claiming they fear that knowledge of the weapons could result in a global war. It's worth noting that Vegapunk detailed how the ancient world of One Piece was very different, with gigantic continents and stable seas, making it easier to travel between countries. However, the War of the Past, which culminated in Joy Boy's death, gave rise to the world government and left deep scars on the world, with the excessive use of the ancient weapons raising water levels by 200 meters. By using its power, the world government managed to control information and keep certain secrets. Vegapunk warned that the world is about to sink again, based on the destruction of Lulusia and the subsequent rise in water levels. He explained that the ancient weapon was reactivated using the Mother Flame, stolen and used to power one of the weapons. We can imagine that this weapon might be Uranus, or remnants of the Pluton ship used in the past. Even so, the weapon is in the possession of the world government, showing that part of the history we know is a lie, and Joy Boy is fighting against this. Share what you think about the leak, and what you expect from the future of the manga. That's a wrap for today's content. We hope you enjoyed it and want to share your thoughts on the subject. Don't forget to share the video, give it a thumbs up, and catch you in the next video. Take care, and stay awesome.